people gonna see that. There's like a 10-second delay on YouTube, so
All right. Yeah, it's notified me, so that's great.
So it's
okay.
on YouTube.
Yeah, it started. It's 720p. So hello everyone. Welcome to this Team SCS talks stream about 4x4, and today we have as guests Dario Roa from Spain
Hello.
and Alexandre Carlier from France. I don't think they need an introduction because they have had their major accomplishments on major tournaments already. So we're just gonna wait a little bit so a few more people can join. We have 25 people watching right now, and the number is going up progressively, so that's good. So what you can expect from this stream is some personal stories from Alexandra and Dario about their cubing, how they started, their general things we have done in other streams too, about hardware, about improvement, and talk about methods. And at the end, we're going to talk a bit about Euros coming up because it's in 2 weeks already. So yeah, we're at 30 people right now. I think that's good to start. So we're gonna start with personal experiences with 4x4 and let's just start with how you guys started cubing. So Dario, I'm gonna have you go first if you'd like.
Okay. Let's go then.
How did you start cubing? What inspired you? And yeah, what inspired you to get better and better?
So I guess it's a pretty stereotypical cubing story. Like I was bored one day and I looked at it. I tried to make one face. I couldn't solve one side. I looked for it on YouTube and I came across videos of Yu Nakajima. I don't know if you guys ever saw those.
Yeah, I have. I'm one of the older cubers, I suppose.
Yeah, so I watched those and I really wanted to learn. So I started learning then, and then I actually left it and didn't really do it anymore for like a couple of years. And then in 2010, sorry, I picked up steam and I started competing until now. So yeah, that's the gist of it, basically. Yeah.
And you said you came across Yu Nakajima's channel first. Was he also one of your inspirations to start with actual speed cubing and just get faster and go to competitions, or did you have like a local Spanish speed cuber you looked up to, for example?
Yeah, no, not at all. I just watched those videos of Yu Nakajima, and that really helped me really look at it. I didn't really know much of the community until much later, but that did help a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Quick in between, because you asked me earlier, how is Dario good? Is he well understandable? Because he thought he might have some trouble with his mic, so please let us know if Dario's audio is good. Okay, so now to Alexandra. Same for you. How did you start cubing, and who inspired you to start cubing and speed cubing eventually?
I think I started cubing quite late compared to you, because I started in 2012. I watched video of Felix actually on YouTube. Felix was my inspiration at the beginning, because it was when he was fast at everything, and yeah, always breaking records, and his videos inspired me. I practiced a lot in 2012 and did my first competition late 2012, and then I continue, and I think I started to practice a bit less in maybe 2015. So the first 3 years were really I practiced a lot.
Okay. Was there any inspiration you had in France, or I don't know, maybe one of the other countries that were close, or did you just look at people from around the world? Do you wanted to catch up to them?
Yeah, probably Mats Valk. When he broke his world record, I started to watch all these videos on YouTube, and then in France there weren't that much YouTuber, so I wasn't that much inspired by French cubers. Maybe by Canetti, if you remember him, but he didn't do a lot of comp. So when I started, he stopped around 2013. So
okay, I see.
that's
So obviously this is the 4x4 stream. Is there like any specific reason you obviously you guys are really good in 4x4? Is there any specific reason you guys picked up 4x4? Dario, you can go, I suppose.
Okay, I don't think so. Like, it's just like I felt fast at it. Like at first I wasn't fast. Like I was a lot better at 5x5, and then it picked up steam, and little by little I got better. And it's just because I got good at it. I guess I just like it, but no particular reason. I guess no.
Okay. And Alex,
for me, when I started 4x4 at the beginning, when I started cubing, and it was already my main, one of my main events.
Okay.
But I don't really know why. Maybe because it's not too long and we can go fast on this cube. I don't like cubes like 6 and 7 because you can really.
They take too long. Yeah. Okay. So would you say it's one of the events you practice the most, especially now when the European Championship is coming up and both of you have a great chance at being on the podium?
Yeah, absolutely. Like with 3x3 and 5x5, I'm really doing 3 pretty much equally right now. Like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, main event.
Okay. And Alex, how about you?
Yeah, for me, it's one of my 2 main events, 3 and 4. I don't really practice 5x5 this nowadays, but I should.
Okay.
But I keep practicing on 4x4 and 3x3 always.
Okay. So both of you have held multiple national records. Was 4x4 one of the earlier ones? And if so, was it like one of the, did it give you some kind of boost to continue practicing 4x4 or practice even more after you broke it?
Yeah, for sure. Like the earliest one I think was a 3x3 one, and then I'm pretty sure it might have been 4x4. But the thing is, one of my best PBs ever in records was a 39.7, I think, 4x4 average, which was almost, or I guess it was, overall PB in comp, and that just made me feel like great. Like I felt I absolutely like slaughtered the previous record. I don't know, like 2 or 3 seconds, something like that, and I felt really motivated then. Yeah.
Okay. Alex?
For me, the 4x4 is actually the event where I broke most of my overall PB in competitions.
Oh, okay.
For example, in the final of Euro 2016, I broke my PB single, 25 single in finals, and yeah, at the end of the year, I also did the same in another comp, and I think nowadays again I'm really better in competition than at home. My 26 average is almost PB average actually.
Okay, I see. So we talked about some of your records in 4x4. Have you had any other accomplishments in 4x4 that you value above accomplishments in other events, for example, or maybe equally to other events?
Yeah, for sure. Like in last Euros 2016, I got 3rd in the first round, behind Felix and Seb, and actually not very far from them. And Felix came up to me after the round and told me like, you got a nice average and stuff. And you just having Felix come to you and tell you anything is amazing. So that right there was pretty insane. Even though it wasn't any title or anything, it was just 1 round. It really gave me a boost of satisfaction. Yeah.
You also podiumed in the finals.
I did. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Alex, and you? Any 4x4 major accomplishments like outside of records?
I don't have much things to say. Well, actually, my first ever national record was a 4x4 single.
Okay.
And after all my single PB on 4x4 were almost my overall PB.
Okay. And have any of you ever felt very discouraged, like after some event in which you failed 4x4, for example, or not really? Because obviously you've been top 4x4 solvers, and maybe there was this one competition where you thought, oh, I should have done a lot better to maybe win, you know?
Yeah. So for me, it would be for sure last year's World. Like I really felt like I could have. Podium was really hard. I mean, let's be honest here. Like there's some real monsters out there, but just making a better result for me. Like I got like a 30 or something in finals, which is pretty awful. And even if I had gotten a 26 and not gotten even close to podiums, I would have been a lot happier. So yeah, Worlds was pretty bad.
I actually think that the 4x4 is my most successful event in competition. So I think I never failed in big final or in finals in 4x4 as far as I know.
Okay.
Even at Worlds last year, I did a 27 average, and it was the first sub 30 average in France. So
27 was the first sub 30.
Yeah.
Oh,
and full sub 30 actually.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so that was a bit about Dario and Alex, like personal experience in competition and like how they started. And now we're gonna talk a bit about the hardware. So as we all know, we probably the most popular cube right now is a Wuchui, and then the Moyu Aosu GTS, but also the recently came out the GAN 460. So what would you say about what your favorite 4x4 is at the moment?
Yeah. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. It's the Wuchui, for sure. Like, I think most will use the Wuchui. I'm not sure any of the top guys don't use the Wuchui. I'm not sure. You should add to the list of GTS, Wuchui, the GAN, and now the Mini Wuchui.
The Mini Wuchui
we should be getting. Yeah, we should be getting our hands on that soon. I don't know when, but we should. I really want to have it. And the Wuchui for me is a lot better because it has the cheese style. It's just fast. I'm used to it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've really complained a lot about the state of 4x4 hardware before because I think it's far behind things like 6x6 and 3x3, of course. I think a lot more could be done in 4x4, but it's still a pretty awesome cube, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, and Alex, do you actually own a GAN 460 or has that not come in yet?
Yeah, I have it. And I would say the it's not as good as the Wuchui M because it's really the most controllable cube, and you can, it never pops, and it's always While the GAN, it's really interesting, but for now I think it's the second best cube on the market because I don't really like the GTS, but it's quite like the GTS.
Okay.
Not as controllable as the Wuchui.
How do you feel about the impact magnets have had on 4x4 specifically? Do you think they were very important? Have they improved your times?
Very important, yeah. For the stability of the cube, it's it makes so much difference compared to before. Even on the Wuchui, when your cube is a non-magnetic Wuchui, and you compare it to a magnetic Wuchui, it's so evident.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I did a video on this. I don't know if you guys know it. It's in Spanish, but I did a video on magnets, and basically, like, he said it all already. They improve every single cube. I mean, magnets improve everything. There's no question. Yeah.
I'm not sure why I even had this question in there. I think it's pretty obvious. Magnets are better for pretty much every event by now. So obviously you guys mentioned what your favorite 4x4 is at the moment. Is there anything you would prefer to have like differently on the 4x4 you main currently? Because I mean the perfect cube is hard to make, and so Dario, you mentioned the Mini Wuchui. Do you think a Mini Wuchui that set up the same way your current 4x4s would be better for you, for example?
That'd be interesting. Like technically, I can't think of a cube with the same size that would be better. I don't know what we can do to make it better. Honestly, like I'm complaining a lot, but I'm really just a user of it. But I really wonder whether a smaller design would allow me to like see more pieces at a time or something, or control it better. I don't know. Even though this one is pretty good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the mini Wuche. It's really interesting. Yeah.
Do you have it? So you have it?
No, I don't.
No, we don't have it yet. I think Matt doesn't even have it currently. I think it just got sent out to him. Yeah, we should have it like soon.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. So yeah, Alex, what would you say could be done better on 4x4s these days?
I don't really know. The Wuche M when it's prepared by like Cosmic or Angstrom are already so good that if you break it a bit, you practice a lot on the cube. It's so perfect for me.
Okay.
But that's difficult because for before when there were other good cubes, I didn't really know how to improve it, and they actually
improved. Yeah.
Improved, so
yeah, I think this all the time. Like if you ask this question, people will not know how to improve. And in 2 years' time, they'll be proven wrong. So yeah, we're gonna talk now a bit about methods, because I think many people who start now don't really know about any other methods other than Yao. But I think when us three started, there was quite a bit to choose from. So I think all three of us started with Redux, right?
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for the people who are a bit newer and have never used Redux on 4x4, it's basically just the reduction method you use on 5x5 to 6x6 and 7x7, but just on a 4x4. And yeah, you shouldn't use it. It's pretty bad. Just throwing out a disclaimer. But when did you guys make the switch from Redux to Yao now, obviously?
For me, when I was like sub 1, and it took me 2 months to get my time back.
Yeah. That's yeah. Have you ever had you thought of like switching to Hoya, for example? Because at the time that was also quite popular. That was also like new at the time when Yao got published, I suppose.
I think that when no really major world-class cuber use it, I don't really focus on extra methods. And I think it's the case of a lot of people. So I didn't really search on practice on Hoya.
Okay, Dario.
So the first question we asked about whether when we changed, we switched from reduction
to Yao. Yes.
I'm looking at my 4x4 page on WCA. I think it was between 2012 and 2013, right around New Year's. I think. I'm pretty sure.
What was your?
But yeah.
Around then.
Let me see. Sub 40. Yeah, sub 40.
Sub 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
How much time did it take, you think, to get your times back? A
couple months, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I was really discouraged at first when I switched, because I thought you were supposed to instantly be faster with Yao.
Yeah.
So what have been the biggest barriers you've faced on like improvement of your times on 4x4?
Actually, I really don't remember much of anything really. Just actually, I think it was sub 30, just because I was kind of frustrated officially because I got a bunch of 30s before I got a 26, which was my first sub 30, and I was in sub 30. Yeah, probably. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I went for a year and a half without improving my average.
Okay.
Until I got that. Yeah. So,
I can see how that can be frustrating.
Yeah.
Alex, what was your biggest the hardest barrier for you to overcome on 4x4?
Sub 32, because I did like a lot of 30 average and didn't broke the sub 30 barrier. And when I broke it by a lot because I have the potential before, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I think that gives me a bit of motivation myself. I average like 30, 33, so gives me hope that you guys say it was difficult for you guys too.
Great.
What would you guys say is like the best way to practice, like to improve? Would you say just straight up solves? Would it like be slow solves? Would it be improving step by step?
Both. I would say for Yo, when you switch to Yo, it's important to practice on real solve to get better at the first 3 cross edges and the centers, the processing in of Yo. And after, for example, for the sub 30 barrier, I did a lot of slow solve to get my centers more efficient.
I see. Dario, what do you think?
But I really just would say it's the same, but yeah, anything that has yaw in it, be it 4x4 or 5x5, requires that you really look at first the centers and the edges very carefully, because I think that's the most important part of the solve. If you start fast and like fluid in those stages, I think the whole solve will be a lot better. That really makes or breaks the whole solve. Like first 3 edges are very important. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say you spam a lot of TPS in your solves for 4x4? Because for example, when I was having trouble with my edges, some people told me, oh, during edge you should just spam TPS because look ahead should be easy anyways. Would you say that?
I would say,
oh yeah, continue.
Yeah, I would say edges for sure should be the fastest part, because you should be seeing things pretty quickly because you've solved the top layer and the bottom layer, and the edges here are done, and you should be quite fast at it. That's really when I go fastest. But as I said, first 3 edges should be pretty slow actually. Like if you can do it like max spark and do everything max TPS, then yeah. But I would say first 3 edges and first center should be slowish but very efficient in terms of moves, and then start building up to edges and then to bases. Yeah.
Okay. And Alex?
I would say the first 2 centers plus all the centers and the 3 cross edges should be slow, because even nowadays I'm quite a slow turner, and yeah, when I watch my solves, the efficiency of the centers and the 3 cross edges are really important, because and the look ahead actually, when you have no pause, but it's even if it's slow, when you have no pause and it's all prepared in your mind, it's so much efficient and fast actually.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There have been many people who have been using, like, for example, setup moves and then a different OLL parity alg to force an OLL skip. That's an example of like added on alg sets that you can learn for 4x4. Is there any similar thing you guys use, like extra algs that specifically work for 4x4?
I'm pretty sure I've seen through my eyes some algs at some point. I don't remember them at this point. I just used the basic like insert pair and then do the parity. But there's a whole bunch that are very, very useful. I just don't have them in mind right now. Like I really should, but I didn't prepare. I'm sorry.
The 2 diagonal corners.
Yeah, those kind of favorites. So that's actually a well-known one. Even though people like Bill One say otherwise, he says that's too slow. He says he just like solves with an enter like that. and then the party. He prefers to do it that way. So it's a little controversial, actually.
I practiced a bit on the PLL party to get a better PLL. So sometimes we do the PLL party before and sometimes after to get a better PLL. Sometimes I feel it and sometimes I know the cases.
So do you guys do the OLL skip thing occasionally? Like you do a setup move and then do a different OLL party out that switches only 2 corners?
Not too often, actually. I wish I could tell you I do, but I really don't.
Okay. Let's see. This is a thing that's not often used on 4x4, but I think Max Park has like shown it's very useful. Color neutrality on 4x4 and like specifically with Yao, because someone color neutral on 3x3 could probably easily do redux color neutrally, but for Yao, I think both of you guys do only 2 colors for Yao, but what are your thoughts on color neutrality for Yao?
Yeah, so I would say color neutrality is like magnet. I mean, there is no say against it. If you can go color neutral, do go color neutral. But Yao requires that you really know where everything is placed. And yeah, just if I could, I do it like monsters, like Max Pop use it. But yeah, it will for sure speed you up, for sure. Yeah.
I think it's probably more important on 3x3 than on 4x4. But if you're color neutral, switch. Do.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's more like if you have like 3 bars already done for your first 2 centers on a color that you don't solve on, then you can take advantage of that. I mean, I try to do that occasionally, and then get like a time that's just under my average, because I'm not color neutral on 4x4, but I am on 3x3 and like pretty much everything else. So yeah. So I was gonna mention something about different methods, but 4x4 method seems so one-sided that I'm just gonna ask you guys about if you think there are any things that could be improved on Yao, like maybe some things you do in your solves that aren't that well known, and what you think are the limits for 4x4, for example.
That's a good question. I'd say the protocol is to solve 3 edges and then solve centers without really thinking about the 4th one. And something I do, I guess 30 or 40% of the time, is actually solve that 4th edge and leave it on my right, so it won't be destroyed when doing. I guess that's pretty popular now. Apart from that, I think my usage of Yao is pretty standard. But I do think there probably are ways to make it better.
Yeah, about the method, I don't think there are a lot of ways to improve it, to still improve it. But you can improve yourself by doing more efficient centers, like doing semi-centers and
I do have like I think there should be, or there probably is a way to set up algs or something for the first 3 edges to like solve a bunch at a time or something, because we only focus on 1 at a time. And I'm pretty sure there's probably some crazy way you could like compute algorithms to generate 2 edges at a time, something crazy, or I don't know. There probably are ways.
So this seems to be a current theme that like every year we think we are closing on the limits of basically every event. So right now I'm checking the unofficial world record page. Max Park has a sub 24, barely sub 24 average of 1,000. So I guess we can say currently the fastest 4x4 solver is sub 24, unless Sebastian and Felix are just too lazy to do an average of 1,000. Where do you think the limits are for 4x4? disregarding a potential new method that could be made. So what do you think are the limits with Yao on 4x4?
In terms of time, I think the limits of Yao are right around the corner. Like, I mean, here comes Max Park and proves me wrong, but like global, I'd say the limit is global average of sub 20, let's say, for Yao. Like that's the very limit. And then I think there should be like a way to, I don't know, I really don't know how to make a better method, just because it's been, but someone very smart will probably come out with something that, I don't know, for example, solves both centers and the first pairs of the first layer or something like that.
Yeah.
Or something with rule, I don't know. There's probably like some crazy people out there willing to do this. Then the limits would probably be something like sub 15. I don't know. It's very a wild card thing, but that's my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we never know. I would say for you, sub 20 is the right guess.
Okay. So recently there has been, I think it was Chris Choi who came up with this. Well, I don't think he came up with it, but he was the first person to actually use it. It was blind tracing the 4x4, the wings, the edges on 4x4 in inspection to avoid OLO parity. So if he counted like odd amount of swaps, he would do an odd amount of quarter turns to solve the centers, and the same thing for even. Someone has tried that in a competition and succeeded on some of the attempts. Do you think this could be something that is going to be used, because this has become popular for Square One, but Square One obviously has a lot less pieces to track?
I don't know. Let's hear Alexandre first.
Maybe in a long time, but for now, it's I can't imagine. I can't guess it. Can't imagine it.
Maybe some very good full blind solver.
Okay, I would say, yeah. So here's my hot take. I would say that's the first I hear of it. Like I didn't know avoiding parity was possible. So now I know. So I think it is quite possible. Like just like you said, someone very good at full blind, like Bill, for example, could just do a quick, tracing of edges and pairs and stuff, and like add a couple moves or remove a couple moves from T centers, and that'll shave like, I don't know, a second overall average, which is a whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the thing that you have to consider here is the amount of times you actually do this correctly, and whether or not saving time for not doing OLO parity is gonna make up for the time you lose, because you don't really have time to inspect centers, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah. So I think Alex sort of like already answered this question earlier, but would you say as there might be high expectations when you compete in 4x4, would you say that affect you at all in competition?
Can you repeat, please?
Well, because you guys are good at 4x4 and people may have high expectations, do you get like more nervous, and have you had any like major fails in 4x4 in competition?
4x4 is a good cube to have a big pop. So I think that the biggest fail I have with it. But as I said before, the 4x4 is probably my most successful cube in terms of times in competitions. I'm quite good to deal with nerves, but I don't know how to help people with dealing with stress. It's I think you have to imagine you in a competition at home, and you solve like if you're doing the next competition you have to do. So you project you in a competition, and then when you are at the competition, you're just focus on the cube and nothing else.
Yeah, that's actually part of the next question I had, but I'm gonna let Dario answer this question first.
Yeah, so I think 4x4 is one of the best events to be nervous at, because I think once you get past those first 3 edges and stuff, like it flies. For me, at least, it does. Like I get quite good look ahead on the edges. So by then, I'm pretty in control of the cubes. And even if I'm a bit nervous, I can control it and stuff. So I think that's what made me successful. Like for me, it's a very comfortable cube, even under pressure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then the next question was, which Alex unconsciously answered. Do you have any tips for competing for people that might not be able to deal with nerves as well as you guys?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go with my answer, which is gonna be the polar opposite of Alexandre. And what I do is I think and I try to imagine I'm at home solving, as opposed to imagining when I'm at home that I'm competing in a competition, because I just feel more relaxed at home. Obviously, that's my way to do it, like the other way around.
Okay, I suppose that could work as well.
Yeah.
For example, like for Euros, I project me in semifinals, and I say if I do this time, it's not okay, and I have to do this kind of times to get in the final. And in competition, take a deep breath and relax and solve.
So do you guys have any specific practice techniques, whether that is for, as Dario or as Alex mentioned, for competitions, or specifically to improve? Do you just sit and do like a bunch of solves, like a huge session, or do you like split it up in different events, or do you watch, I don't know, example? Do you watch other people solve, or what is your take on that?
I'd say it's a bit of everything, actually. But I think my best asset in that regard is just doing a bunch of solves, not too many, like 1,000, like some people do. Probably between 30 and 50 is the sweet spot. And then, the only thing I really learn from like example solves and stuff is first 2 edges. First 2 edges I think is where there's a lot of potential, because you can make an edge in like 3 moves, or you can make it in like 10, depending on how you set it up. So that's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer. Alex?
Yeah, practice with focus, maybe a 50 solve, and after 1 or 2 hours of practice, you can't be that focused anymore. So just practice, really focused, and doing your best solve you can.
Okay. So before continuing on one of the last topics of the stream, I'd like to take a quick look at the chat, because we haven't taken a look at that at all, to see if there are any questions. So you can feel free to ask questions mainly to Alex and Dario. If you have a question for me, you can ask that too. But I'm going to be hosting the stream in 9 days too. So if you have a question for me, that can wait till then too. So yeah. I'm going to start from the top. Let's see. Did you learn how to solve a 4x4 intuitively before learning a method? So I don't think anyone has really learned how to solve a 4x4 intuitively, but let's say, did you guys try to solve a 4x4 before watching a tutorial?
Actually, I knew that I had to do centers and edges when I started, so I started to build my center intuitively, but after I watched YouTube videos to get efficiency.
Okay.
Yeah, I went straight for the tutorials. I didn't even know.
How long do you think it takes to get sub 30 from sub 35 on 4x4?
Wow.
That's I think that question is a bit oddly phrased, because if you don't do any solves, you're never going to become sub 30. But if you do like 100 solves, it's going to be a lot quicker than if you do 10 solves a day.
What are the buyers?
Sorry?
What are the times?
35, sub 35. So let's say 35 average to 30 average, basically.
Yeah. I would say like it took me about a year. No, wait. 3 years. 3 years to go from sub 35 to sub 30 consistently. So again, someone will max spark it and do it in 2 months. And so it's really up to how many solves you do, what your style is. There's a bunch of factors actually.
Yeah, you don't really have to compare you to other cubers. Just practice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Do you have any tips on speed cubing motivation? Because I'm starting to get lazy at speed cubing right now.
That's a good question. If you are lazy about speed cubing, just I just leave it for a while,
and then come back.
So at some point
Never
you watch video, or that's it, and then you will come back. If it doesn't happen, then maybe it's not for you, I guess. Just don't force things. You're not supposed to like or not or dislike things. Just do whatever you want. Really.
Alex, do you have anything to add on to that?
Yeah, don't force you to cube when you don't want to. There are a lot of other cool hobbies. So
yeah.
Okay. So the next question is for Alex. Alex, why didn't you practice 505? You're the European champion. Actually, Thibaut asked that. Thibaut. So, Alex, why don't you practice 5?
Because maybe I'm a bit lazy at the moment, and also my 5x5 has a corner broken, and I don't really like the feeling of it. So I think I prefer to practice 3 and 4. But I don't spend as much time as before. So on cubing, I mean. So I just practice my main events, 3 and 4 and 5.
So regarding 4x4 practice, what is more important, quantity or quality?
Well, that's a good question.
In my opinion, it's the answer to that. Like, I don't know how to explain the options the person who asks to give you. It's very like black white. It's sort of in a gray. The answer is sort of in a gray area, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I think you have to reach a certain standard in practice, be it for 4x4 or anything, meaning that you have to be sitting in your desk comfortably. You have to have your timer and everything set up the way you have it always, and that will mean quality. Basically, there's no better quality than that. And from there, just don't overdo it. Really, like anything over 50 solves for me in one go is more than enough.
Yeah. Yeah, for the quantity, like 50 solves is good, and for the quality, when you feel you can't progress anymore, just do slow solve and think about the ways you can improve your solves.
Okay. Then we have a question from the same person who asks TPS or efficiency, and I think that's again something in between, not quite either of the one. I think it's both.
Well, I'd say on 4x4, I'd be leaning towards efficiency, because I do a lot of solves where I feel like they've been like 25, and then I stop the timer and it's 28 or even not even some 30. So I'd say quality is definitely more important for this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for efficiency is probably more important in my opinion. I looked at my first sub 39 solve official. It was like 40 PS, and the solves looked so slow. You can do slow 25 and fast 30 solve sometimes. Yeah, you have to get the advantage of the case you get. So you always have good ways to have efficient solves.
Okay, then we have a quite interesting question. Do you think K4 can become main method for 4x4 solvers? And I'm gonna get Alexandre to answer this first because there's a fellow French cuber who uses K4 and it's quite fast, right? K4?
There was a
Jules, right? Doesn't he use K4?
I didn't heard you.
Oh, somebody asks, do you think K4 can become a main method for 4x4 solvers?
K4. I don't know the potential of this method. I only know Jules, but I don't even know the main steps of it.
Oh, it's pretty dumb. It's okay. Just disclaimer: I don't recommend you to use it. It's only beneficial for Jules because its TPS is insane. It's basically layer by layer.
Whoa.
But Jules does it like
now you have so much better.
It's not quite layer by layer. It's something like it. Then we have a question from one of your rivals at the next. Kieran Bihan. Podium for 4x4 Euros. Who's making it, boys?
Oof.
Him.
Okay.
Him. Okay.
Him. Yeah. Let's go for the actual. Oh, there's a problem here. There's a tie here. Officially, I didn't see it.
Is there really?
Yeah. There's set. There's not, and then you, Alexandre, and Kieran are tied 26-48 PB.
Oh.
So.
I saw that. But I think he's way more better than me. I average like maybe sub 39, barely sub 39.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see in about 2 weeks.
I would say for sure Sebastian first, and probably Kieran or Mats or Dario.
I really want to. I want to see someone beat Seb.
Mats has been quite inconsistent lately on 4x4.
Yeah, but
like his recent averages have been like 29, 29, 26, 30, 30, 29. Anyways, cross edge. Okay, I'm very confused by this question. Cross edges on bottom or on right? But I think he means on the left, as most people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but some people do it on the right.
Yeah, you're left-handed, right, Dario?
I am. Yeah.
So you do it on the right. So you do.
Meaning the edges are on my right, you mean?
Yeah, so then you do the majority of your moves are L wide moves during centers.
No, I do R wide moves.
Okay, so
again, this is one of the weird things I do where I just do it like as though I were right-handed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I saw one of your I saw one of your 3x3 videos. It's like I wish my hands would be like as equal in myself. So yeah, on the left or on the bottom for edges.
On the sides. Bottom is very bad because the transition to centers is bad. That's
you have to rotate. Yeah. I think everyone does. I think everyone who's really good does it on the left or on the side, anyways. I find this question quite funny. It's from Marco Verlander. Any tips for 4x4 motivation for Germans?
Yeah.
Just don't compare yourself to Seb, and and you'll find motivations.
Yeah.
Just find another event where there is way to improve.
Yeah, do like clock. Do like clock if you're German. Okay, splits for sub 30 on 4x4, approximately.
I don't know.
I don't think many people look at their time during solving.
No, it's just I'd say you finish edges at around 20, 23 at most, and that's about I think. And then first 3 edges should be around 10 to 13 seconds. I actually did time this once.
Yeah, around 12 for the centers, and around 20 to 22 to be consistently sub 30.
Yeah.
For the prediction.
Yeah, I can't share my opinion on that. I'm not sub 30 quite yet. I have a comp on Wednesday, and Felix and Max will be there. How do I win? Pray that they will DNF. That's. I'm just gonna quickly.
Yeah,
move
maybe
on
they
from-
go out the night before or something. I don't know.
Let's hope that this live stream will get fully saved. Yeah, I'm not sure what went wrong with the last live stream. Hopefully, this one gets uploaded fully. This one is, I assume, for Alex. Do you have the GAN 354M?
The GAN 354. Yeah, I have it. I received it 2 days ago.
What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's really good, but it's a bit small for me, I think. But it's like it's quite different to the SM actually, because the feeling is more like a Valk, I would say.
Oh, he froze.
Did that? Yeah, he froze. It wasn't me, I guess.
Okay, guys, we have a bit of technical difficulties with Alex. I hope this gets fixed in a bit, but once he's back, he will answer your question. No worries.
Yeah, talking about the gun.
Yeah, so we're just gonna continue with Dario for now, I guess. I'm just gonna message him real quick saying. I'm just gonna send lol. I think he understands what I mean, anyways. Okay, so we're just gonna continue. What do you think about the compressed spring mod on the Wu tray?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that?
So I don't know. Yeah, I have for sure. Harith Azizan, who is fellow MT member, I think, was the creator of this. I do not have done it, but mechanically it makes sense, and it should make the Wutcher faster. And I got a newer, I guess, Cosmic Wutcher, and this one's faster. And I suspect they either the new batch is faster or they did this in SCS, which might be the case because it's really fast, and I really love this one. It's a lot better than the last one, a lot faster actually.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think they also just added. I'm not confirming it. I think they might have done that.
Yeah.
So let's see. Who do you think will win NATS 2018? And I assume 3x3. And well, I think in both cases, like for international and US only, I think it will be Max. I think Max will win.
That's it. Like that's an easy question. Thank you.
I think Alex joined.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's joining, I guess.
Okay. Well, we'll see. So which country is the coolest? Greece, France, or Spain?
I've only been to two. Enter that.
Let's not start a war right here.
Yeah. All of them.
All of them. They're great.
Yeah.
What the hell? Alex is in here twice.
Two Alex.
Two Alexes.
That's the last thing I needed.
Okay. Alex is back from his no more technical difficulties.
Yeah. So I was talking about the stick class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more controllable and compact. Obviously, it's smaller, but more compact than the other. I don't know if it's the magnets, but
wait, it's not the same mechanism as SM.
I don't know actually. I might do a more complete review next week.
Okay. Well, I think more news about that will feature as people get it more often. What alg for PLL parity? Well, I think for 4x4, everyone uses it the same, like small R2.
No, not everyone. I remember Seb told me he uses that weird.
Yeah. I know.
Hand-twisting thing, but everyone else, I guess, uses the other one.
Yeah, for 4x4, I think most people use that, and then for 6x6 it's a different story.
Yeah.
Lucas Eder does crotch strategy with the cross and bottom. Okay. Oh yeah, he's quite good. But
Yeah.
who is winning the World Cup? Wait, I think all three of us watch the World Cup, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
I think I know Alex's answer already, or not?
Talking about the
World Cup.
World Cup,
Football, yes.
France, for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly, French or Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think whoever wins that match will win. To be honest, I'm happy that the 4 teams are remaining. I don't mind any of them winning. Like the Croatian team is very good. I think if England wins, it will be a great source for memes, and I can always have a laugh because of like
that's true.
It's coming home memes, you know. Belgium. I have a lot of Belgian friends, and France was actually the team I supported in the beginning, and so yeah.
It's like good pulse, but the final phase were a really good match, and
I think
they're pretty strong.
Yeah, but like realistically, I think France is gonna take it.
Yeah, France has the best team. Like they even have the best play.
But
it's gonna be the winner of the. It's gonna be the winner of the match between France and Belgium.
Yeah. But who knows? I mean.
I mean, this World Cup has proven a lot of people wrong. Like Russia against Spain and Croatia against Germany. Croatia against Argentina. It's been a very unpredictable World Cup, so yeah, we'll see. Opinions for CN on Yao. I think we mentioned this earlier. We have nothing against it, but it's
just too
quite
hard.
difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah. Especially if you're and don't force. Do it if you're cornered on 3x3, but it's more useful on 3x3 than 4x4 probably.
Yeah. Okay, so I've scrolled all the way to the bottom of the chat. So now we're going to discuss the last thing I have on the sheet, and I kept this for the last on purpose. So this is going to be about the upcoming big competitions, because there are going to be 3, actually 4 if you count Latin American championship as well. But there's going to be the 3 major competitions: US Nats, Euros, and the Asian Championships. And this is going to be like all event-wide, not just for 4x4. What are your like general predictions for the competition? Like,
I haven't seen the sheet for USA Nats, so I'm looking at it.
Okay, well then we'll start with Dario. What are your general thoughts on like the we're just gonna start with US Nats. What are your general predictions for it, for the main events? I mean, like, who cares about clock and stuff?
Oh, we're gonna hear about the clock people, but
sorry, clock people.
Sorry, clock people. Anyway, let's start with Nats. Yeah, US Nats, which is, we're gonna go for Euros then. But the US Nats, I'm trying to look at the. I'm looking for the page, but obviously Max, unless
Max will destroy it. Max will
gonna sweep everything.
So good at dealing with pressure.
Just to put it in the just to say it easily, people who be at the award ceremony will hear Felix Zemdegs and Max Park way too often.
Oh, is Felix gonna be in the US Nats? I didn't know that.
Felix, yeah, he is. He's at the West Coast cubing tour right now, I think, and then.
Okay, right.
So Sebastian, I think, for the cubing USA.
Oh,
what?
I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see Max versus Felix. Yeah.
I want to see Seb and Max and Felix.
Oh yeah.
See, I think
Seb and Max.
Seb is going to Nats.
Yeah, I think so. I saw that on the pitches.
Okay, then I think that's going to be 4x4 podium, and I think also I'm not sure how good Kevin has been lately on 4x4 or 5x5. I mean.
He's gotten a sub 50, I think 48 average. So
okay, then I
not
think,
able.
I think
not
it's
able to
gonna
compete.
be, Felix and Max and Kevin for 5, 6, and 7, and then 3x3 is I think gonna be
Max at the top.
Max, Felix, and
maybe with work average.
Max, Felix, and one other person. I think Patrick maybe.
What do you think about the? What do you think about the world cards? Which will be Brock?
You mean for the podium?
No, just in the competition. Do you think?
Oh, okay. I think big cubes are going to be well. No. I take that back because at the Latin America or the West Coast Cubing Tour, I think the big cube record's going to be broken already. You know?
Oh yeah.
So I don't think Max can break him like multiple times, but I'm sure the big cube records will be broken in the next few weeks. I'm
quite sure the Super average will be broken in the next few weeks.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Because both Max and Felix have many rounds. Yeah, I don't think many other records will be broken. Maybe 2x2 average. I think maybe 2x2 average will be broken at Nats because very good people, and I think like 4 rounds or something. Yeah, I think those are all the like main events. How about Euros? Because we'll all be there. So 4x4. Who's taking? Oh, I think we already said that. Like
Seb first.
And then
open podium.
Oh, the rest is like open for discussion. I should say.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, the rest is like whatever. 5x5.
It's the same, really. I mean,
I would say Khan first. Khan first, and
Seb.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't. And Seb first and second. I don't know which one, but first and second for sure. And third, I don't know, man. It really depends on the day and how everyone is performing.
Actually, I think it's actually quite open because when I'm European champion while I was like 9 or 10 on the psych list. So
really.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was 9 on the psych list, and I came first, and I think someone can do really well, and the other can fail.
Yeah. I think in 5x5, Seb might even fail.
I think it's quite inconsistent.
Yeah, 5x5 is not the same as 4x4 for him.
I think Seb can fail too.
I'm gonna check. Yeah. I'm gonna check his recent 5x5 results.
Let's go.
Let's see. So his recent 5x5 hours were 51, 51, 55, 54, 48.
And Philip could podium actually.
Sorry?
Even Philip could podium if he do well. He does well.
Yeah, even Philip. Yeah. I mean, it's a wild card event really. Like I think anyone in the top 5 can either like podium or win. I think.
Yeah, pretty much. So big cubes, big cubes, 6 and 7, I should say. I'm hoping Abdelhak will do.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Abdelhak. Yeah.
I think he will do both podium, and for the first place, Kieran might be better.
Wait, I think Kevin Gerhard mentioned that Lucas Vesche is not going anymore to Euros.
Oh,
I think he said that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check real quick. But yeah, if he is, I think he's gonna take it home.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm rooting for Abdelhak, and I think Mats has a decent shot at 6x6 podium actually.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He has so his official average for 6x6 is 147, but he had a counting 206.
Ooh. Oh, that's good.
So then he's coming.
Okay.
And has like 149 6x6 average. She's good. She's practice big cubes.
Okay, so then I suppose I think 3x3 will be really close at Euros.
Oof. I really liked last Euros 3x3 because it was like very open. Like
Yeah, it was very open.
I mean, for example, Corny failed like his last solve or something, and he DNF'd it. He could have won even. Like it was very open. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's see. So on the site sheet, I'm just gonna name Europeans. We have Matt, Philip, Sebastian, and then Alex, Kevin, Kieran, Cornelius, Michał, Julie, me, Michał Javuski, Leon, Alex, Carlos, Keaton, Martin, Dario. All of these people I named are within 1 second of each other officially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy.
it's very open, but I'm hoping. I'm hoping Matt's, honestly. He's never won it, and I really.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if I'm rooting for anyone, it's probably Matt.
Yeah.
Because Matt. No, sorry, Matt. Because I mean, he deserves one big win. He hasn't had it yet. He's lost a couple of times to Felix in the World, and he could have won. Especially in 2013, it was so close.
Yeah.
And I think he deserves a big win. It's just like Messi. He deserves a good win.
Yeah.
For one.
I think 3x3 is really more open than bigger cubes, so
yeah, definitely.
We really can't.
Yeah, because you have more room of messing up. You should say.
Yeah.
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 I think podium will be. I don't actually know. I'm hoping Matt's, and then. Oh my God. Like, the thing is, I can name someone, and because of the competition, that person might not even make finals, because it's so competitive.
That's the fun part about it.
Yeah. Who is the Felix Zemdegs of Europe? Mats Volk?
I don't think because.
I don't think Europe has had like someone really dominating the records.
Oh no. Not really. Like
not really.
Yeah.
Back in the day, maybe.
If it's someone, it's probably Matt. Yeah.
Mats maybe was Felix of Europe in 2013, but
yeah, maybe
yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Not anymore. No, it's very divided. No.
So yeah. Then another question was Barca or Madrid?
No question, man. No question. Barca all the way.
I'm just disclaimer. This is the poster on my room. It's run out.
Unrelated.
Yeah, I'd say Madrid.
Yeah.
Wait, Dario. For some reason, don't you live in Madrid though?
No, I live in Barcelona.
I always thought you lived in Madrid for some reason.
No, I don't. I live not in, but close to Barcelona.
I thought like Euro was gonna be in your backyard or something.
Oh, I hope. I wish, but no. I have to travel. I have to travel like everyone else.
Okay. So yeah, we had our predictions. You can send a few more questions if you like in the chat. Another question was who will win Asian championships, and I think that's easy.
Nam.
Yeah.
Easy.
I mean, even though Max and Felix are going, and I think even Bill is going.
Oh.
Bill is Asian anyway. So.
But I think even with that, I think Nam is actually going to win the competition.
Probably because he's going to be motivated. Yeah, he's going to be motivated and stuff. Yeah, probably.
Like the Russian did at the World Cup.
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
I wish he had way more competitions because honestly I think if he had more competition he'd be like I think he might even had like 2x2 world record average or something because he is I think like at home he's probably the second fastest person out there.
I agree. Yeah.
And okay, then we have another question. and I'm wondering if any of us can answer this. Who will win South American Championships?
Oof, that's a tough one. I really don't know
Pedro Condo
what
Tellez.
I really don't know
The Peru
who's
guy.
fast there. There's Pedro or something. I really don't know much.
Juan Pablo.
No, he's Mega Mix guy, I guess.
Let's see. Oh, what the hell? Okay, I'm gonna check the competitors list.
Yeah, let me see.
Okay, the first place is Angelo Giovanni Licetti Leon. Oh my God, I'm feeling bad for whoever has to print the certificates. All of the certificates have like huge names.
Oh yeah, mine is huge as well. Yeah.
I think. Well, Pedro is third on the competitor on the select sheet.
Oh, there's no sub-8 yet. I didn't know that.
No, I think it's actually recently been broken by this by Argentina.
Yes, 786.
789, I think.
89.
Well, whatever. 2x2. Okay, this is quite embarrassing. The top 2x2 average is 239.
Yeah.
On the side sheet. Yeah. South America isn't very developed yet, so I'm hoping. I think of the comp.
Yeah, maybe there are not a lot of comps, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
But in 2 years, they have the talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have talent for sure.
In 2 years, I think it will be much better.
For sure.
Yeah. Then I forgot to ask this. What are you guys' predictions on WRs by the end of the year for the main events? So let's start with like 4x4 because that's the main topic of this video.
4x4 sub-18.
Single, sub 18.
Yeah, I agree.
And average, I don't think. I think 21.1 is.
Yeah, that was a very good average.
Yeah, it was a very good average.
Counting 19 and 20. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm actually gonna get the history so I can see what the previous WRs were.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a sub 20 average. Honestly, I wouldn't.
Within the year?
No, yeah, exactly, yeah. Within the year, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Like Max is insane.
Well, we'll see.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, I think Felix might want to practice and get 5x5 average back.
Wait, he lost 5x5 average?
Yeah. He lost it, I think, a few weeks ago. Max took it on June 17th, I think.
Yeah, it was the last
Western Championship.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he lost. He held the record since 2010.
Yeah.
No one else held it.
It was the only remaining record that wasn't broken by any.
Yeah. So to give you guys, the viewer, to give you guys an idea, out of all three of us until 3 weeks ago, nobody else held 5x5 world record average besides Felix.
Yeah.
Insane. So that's pretty crazy. I think big cubes are going to be broken.
Yeah, I think, especially with all the comps and everything. Yeah, I think so.
And then 3x3, I think the single will stay the same.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah,
it's good enough.
An average, I think that will be broken.
Average, I was thinking it will be broken. Even by the end of the month.
Okay. Anthony, congrats on winning that game show thingy. Oh, how does he know?
What happened?
So every time there is a World Cup match in the Netherlands, the presenters, they put some news. They select a moment out of the World Cup, but they don't tell you what it is, and they give you 2 clues. One is some sort of object, and one is music, and then you have to guess which moment it was. And then if you mail them the correct answer, you win. I don't know, some sort of bag or something, but I didn't do it for the bag. I just thought it was funny, and then I won.
Oh,
So yeah, that was pretty funny. The clues were, you know, the Numa Numa song? No?
not really, no.
And then the other clue was bleach, and it was like this Romanian team a few years ago who had all bleached their hair, and
Oh,
yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, that was it.
Great.
Well played.
Do you think someone will get a sub to 7x7 mean soon?
Yeah, Max.
Max probably.
Towards the end of the year, maybe. Yeah.
Or Kevin even. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're quickly going to discuss one more topic and then answer the remaining of the questions. And I think then we're going to be wrapping it up. So last but not least, what are your guys' goals for 4x4 till the end of the year, and for event, like for all events, what are your goals at the European Championships in 2 weeks? So yeah, Dario, you can go first.
All right. So in general, I just really want to first, by the end of the year, I really want to beat 3x3 average, because I haven't beaten it in 3 years, literally, and it's a bit frustrating. Apart from that, everything else just being on my baseline. 4x4, I really want to get sub 25. I think that's doable. And then everything else, just beating it. I'm not going to talk about 5x5. You guys are going to see, I guess. I didn't teaser there.
Oh, you guys, hey, save this clip, and after Euros, after he surprises us, we're gonna show it to you.
Maybe I get like 2 minutes, and that'll be the surprise. But yeah, I just want to beat myself, and I'll be happy with that, really. Yeah.
And Alex, how about you?
I don't want to break my 3x3 average again, because I think I have the potential, but 4x4 is really, really hard for me now. And 5x5, if I practice again, I think it's really achievable to get like 52 average or something.
Okay. So yeah, that were Alex's and Dario's goals for Euros and by the end of the year. So you guys can ask your last questions that you have for Dario and Alex. You might not see them again on this stream. Okay, I think Alex froze again. Okay, you're gonna have to.
I think he did, yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to wait with questions for Alex. Yeah, we generally try to avoid having people multiple times on the stream, because we want to introduce as many people to you as we can. So this might be your last chance at asking questions to these European Championship podium place or European champions. So yeah, I see one question was best budget 4x4. I haven't actually tried the Thunderclap, to be honest.
Oh yeah, Thunderclap is probably a good option. If it's like $5 or $6, then go for that, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Yeah. Okay, here we have a question for you. Dario, do you do X-Cross for 4x4? So I think what he means is like while doing edge pairings, you preserve.
Yeah, so the answer will be yes. Yes, I do try to look whether I should start a flipping algorithm to the right or to the left, and how that will affect the pieces, and leave them, if it's possible, solved already or something. Yeah. Then the answer will be yes, probably. Yeah.
Okay. What is your opinion on the banning toreros debate? I don't know what that is. Do you know?
Yeah. In Spain, there's a let's call it a tradition where they do, like, they take a bowl.
Oh.
And they bring it. Yeah, and they basically
another
kill it.
terminology for it. Yeah, I understand. But is it?
You know that.
Yeah, I know. Is it still legal, or is it?
It's banned. So here it's banned. In the north, in Catalonia, it's banned.
Ah,
And there's a lot of controversy about it. Of course, I mean, it's something that it's just wrong. But I'm not going to talk about it.
Alex is back.
Yeah, I switched to my phone again.
Okay. How much time do you? I assume he means spend practicing every day. So I think that just all events around.
All events for me are 3 and 4, maybe
Yeah.
5. Nowadays, probably around 1 or 2 weeks, and sometimes I would say lazy practice with no time, with no timer. I mean, but well, because there's a European Championships coming. 2 hours per day.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And Dario, you?
It really depends. If I have school and everything, I probably won't practice at all.
Yeah.
Me too.
Then, like right now, I'm probably doing about an hour a day, and the week of Euros, I'll probably do a couple. But that's about it, really. Yeah.
How do you guys go about getting faster at each 4x4 step? So
practice,
I think practice.
Practice. Yeah, really, just practice.
Have you spring compressed your 4x4? I don't think any of us have personally spring compressed.
No, personally, no.
Dario mentioned earlier he suspects his new Cosmic 4x4 is spring compressed.
Yeah, it might.
Alexandre, do more examples de résolutions.
Yeah, I should do it. Maybe next week I will do some videos about so new curbs and maybe solves.
Okay. For beginners, they start with only one algorithm for parity. How many parity do you know for 4x4, and when did you learn these parity? So it means parity algs, I assume.
Yeah, I don't think there's I haven't seen it like a web page or something. Most of them just float around, and you tell them to people in competitions and look at that. I can do this cool algorithm. Let me film it or something. But I don't think there's like a database or a web page. There should be.
I think
mostly
AlgDB.
Have you ever?
They do?
I think they. Let me check. AlgDB.net is quite good. I personally, I know 4. Okay, no, AlgDB.net doesn't have 4x4 algs. They have 2, 3, and 4. Anyways, I think mainly just YouTube videos.
Do you know have you ever tried to know learn the double parity alg?
You mean the one? You mean the one that does OLL and PLL parity?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. That's the one that I use for forcing an OLL skip.
I don't use it now.
So yeah, I know 4 PLL parity algs. But one of them is the adjacent parity alg, like and then the other one is the standard one. The other one is the one Dario mentioned, the weird hand movement one. And then the last one is one I use for 6x6, which is like R2, F2, U2.
Yeah.
And then for OLL parity, the standard one, the one that everyone uses, and then the beginner one, I think. And then the one that does both at the same time.
I think I even forgot the one with only 2 edges. 2 wings.
Yeah, I forgot that one too.
Because I just used the main one.
It's very low. Yeah, it's very low.
My PB for 4x4 is 38, and today I was on LO at 32, and I got double parity and got 40. That's unfortunate.
Story of my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes 4x4 solve can be so lucky at the beginning and for the edges.
You get messed up.
Yeah.
For like football.
So yeah, you can get your last questions in, then we're gonna wrap it up. If you guys are interested, I should have mentioned this at the beginning as well. If you guys are interested in Dario and Alexandre's progression in on cubing, I put their YouTube channel links in the description, so you can go follow them there. And do you guys also have specifically cubing related Instagrams? Or
Yeah,
we
my
do.
main one.
I do have.
let me see the usernames. Okay, so for Dario, I'm gonna type them in the chat. Their Instagram pages. You can go follow, or no, I'll put them in the description later on too. So yeah, you guys should go follow them on Instagram because, well, like for example, Dario has very good cubography.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
is that a correct term? I'm not sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I say that.
and Alex had like also
Street photos.
landscapes, some landscape videos, or landscape pictures. Yeah, so
Yeah, post news
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, definitely go on follow them on Instagram. How did you control your nerves during World's Finals for 3 as you did so well? And this one is to Alex.
Yeah.
I felt really confident because it was in France, and yeah, I knew the judge, and I knew I was the first also to pass. So, and overall, I feel so confident because it was in France, and I had already done the most difficult part to come in final. So for me, I didn't have any more pressure because I had no chance to podium or anything. So I just did my best, and in mid competition, in finals in general, I just try to be focused, and I deeply breath, and yeah, I relax. It's just cubing, But too much pressure, but it's quite psychological.
I like all the memes around Lena being the judge. Have you seen the memes? Hot judges is hard times.
I hope she. Yeah, so funny.
Yeah. Fun fact: my 2x2 PB average from a year ago. I tied it once, but it's still like my PB. Lena was the judge on all five solves. Okay. Thoughts on Ronaldo going to Juventus?
Ooh.
Honestly,
I like that.
A year ago, the exact same thing was happening, but then it was Ronaldo to PSG, and nothing happened in the end. So yeah, honestly, I think he's staying. But if he leaves,
I think he's leaving. Actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They said he would be announced yesterday because it was 7th of July.
Oh yeah. 7/7.
Yeah, 7/7. What percent of your solves is untimed?
Oh, good question.
Maybe more than half actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine is like 5%.
Really? Yeah, 5. Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
5%.
Very little. Yeah, very little.
Special.
Or maybe even less.
I don't know. I like doing solves slowly while hearing videos on YouTube or watching TV. Even nowadays, as I said, for 4x4, for example, I do 50 solve in a one session, and then maybe I don't do much slow 4x4 solves, but on 3x3 I do a lot of slow solves just to find new things, or I don't know, to
that makes sense.
To have something to do.
Yeah, I whenever I just like go downstairs, I don't know, watch a football match or something, I take a cube with me, but then I end up like not using it at all. So what I've been doing for like the World Cup matches recently, just because I have my laptop and my monitor, I just put on the match on my monitor and just time solves on my main screen.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. So I think we'll be wrapping it up. We've been streaming for 1.5 hours, so that's pretty good. I want to thank everybody for coming to watch. And more importantly, thank you to Alex and Dario for helping me out and like sharing their tubing experiences with 4x4 and their tips. So if you're watching this in after it's uploaded, I hope you got something out of it. And yeah, otherwise I'll see you in about 10 days in the next stream with Nathan Soria and Minyan Choi, also about 4x4. So thanks again to Dario and Alex, and I'll see you in the next stream. See you guys.
See you guys.
And don't forget to check the description for all the links to
Yeah.
Dario and Alex's social media. Bye.